I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're delving into an insightful book. It is called The Beauty of a Woman. It's written by a terrific author by the name of Viktor Zubin. This poignant tale follows Alex, who chose freedom over family and now must confront his past and the true meaning of success. Join us as we explore the deep emotional journey and life lessons that this author masterfully weaves into his narrative. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing this amazing book. The links are below the interview. Viktor, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
It's my honor to be here. Thank you very much.
It's an honor to have you on the show. You've done a wonderful job on this book. Tell us a little bit about Alex and his journey in the book.
Well, the book was originally inspired by a very popular Russian song. The guy in the song sings about a girl that he missed as an opportunity to get married, because by the time the guy realized that the girl was wife material, she was already married to another guy. So that is what the book is based on. And so what I did is I just took that skeletal structure and I added some modern problems into it.
Yeah, you did a great job with that. How does Alex's choice between family and freedom shape his life?
Well, basically, Alex realizes that at the end of it all, he has succeeded, but he now has a mansion and everything. He has servants and stuff like that, but he does not have family. He has no children running around. He has no wife greeting him when he comes home from work. So that realization is what drives him to look at his past and try to fix it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So he's very successful. He's got great financial wealth, but even still, his life is kind of empty. It's kind of lacking because he doesn't have the interpersonal relationships that make a life feel complete, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some of the key themes that you explore in this book, The Beauty of a Woman?
Well, I sort of wrote the book as a potential script to a movie.
Hmm.
So the way I started it is you have two people that are deeply in love with each other, but then they realize that they have fundamental difference in values, and so they split on those grounds. And then the Alex goes on like a hero's journey and trying to replace the woman that he lost with financial success. But as you find out, it doesn't quite work out for him.
Yeah, yeah. It would be a great movie. I think it would be an interesting story to explore for sure. Who do you think, what actor would play Alex in the movie if you were to cast a movie?
Well, uh, the the I have a very specific way that I describe Alex with like hair color and eye color and like the physical characteristics that the character possesses. But
Hmm.
most of all, I would want somebody who has experienced the same things that Alex has experienced in real life, so that the actor who plays Alex would be able to convey his feelings most authentically.
It's a great idea. If somebody has lived it, they'll be able to draw upon their own emotions and portray that well on the screen. So I think that is a great bit of casting insight for sure. Tell us, what do you hope readers take away from the book and from Alex's story?
Well, the first thing I would want the readers to take away from this book is that some of the opportunities that you are presented when you're young, you have to take advantage of them. They might not always be there when you're older, because
Exactly.
a lot of the people that especially my generation, they feel like they have all the time in the world, so they spend all their time not focusing on family and trying to replace family with something else. But later they find out that they needed family first and foremost before before trying to get their careers going and stuff like that.
Exactly. Success without the interpersonal relationships can seem quite empty. I think that's very, very true. Tell us a little bit about how faith has helped you in your life and how faith has impacted your work as an author.
Well, I sort of, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for God, I would not be here today,
Mm.
because uh, I have been impacted by faith uh, in one of the most dramatic ways, because God has answered my prayers multiple times in my life at this point. So I would want to, through my books and other projects that I might be doing, I want to give back to him what he has given me. So that is what I want to do with being an author and doing other projects as well.
Well, I think you are doing God's work here because I think it is such an important message that people realize how important love and relationships are in one's life. How has your personal experience with cerebral palsy influenced your writing?
Well, cerebral palsy has forced me to think outside of the box and trying to come up with different methods for doing normal tasks that usually people take for granted. So that is what cerebral palsy has forced me to do. So the way I, you know, take a shower, the way I dress, the way I do things, I have to do it differently because I can't do it the way normally people do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's presented some challenges, but you've come up with great workarounds and you've succeeded despite some challenges, which is great as well. What are
Mhm.
your future plans for writing? Are you writing on any more stories right now?
Yes, I have actually written a couple more stories. Most of them I have written, as I've said, as a potential movie script,
Mhm.
but I have not published them yet because I want to make sure that the ones that I have already published, that there is a demand for it before I publish the rest of them.
That sounds like a great idea. Have you heard from anybody who's read your book? What kind of feedback have you received?
The ones that have read my book,
Mhm.
overwhelmingly the feedback is positive, but the the audience is not there yet, as as far as I can tell. But those people who have read my book, the feedback is overwhelmingly positive.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, hopefully this helps in getting your book out there before a broader audience. The name of the book is The Beauty of a Woman. It's written by Viktor Zubin. It is a powerful tale that follows Alex, who chose freedom over family and now must confront his past and the true meaning of success. The book explores a deep emotional journey and life lessons that we all go through, and this author masterfully weaves into his narrative. It's a powerful book. It's a page turner. It should be a movie. So, if Hollywood, if you're listening, let's turn this into a film. Victor, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
Pleasure's been all mine. Thank you for joining us. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.